How could you tell? I'm skipping to the bank, bars A's like Pharrell. They treat me like a dog.
This is Alexis Morgan, your 2K MC, and I'm ready for some fun because we have your top blue.
Up and let's go. A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. We'll take a look at the Cavaliers. They hold the first place spot in the conference, just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out New York, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And I think for the Cavaliers, for me, they've taken the league by storm this season. I felt like they were maybe a year ahead of schedule in terms of being an elite group. But you look at them right now, and here they are.
Yeah, they weren't really on anyone's radar before the season began, but they're definitely there now.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Clint Capella is out there with Howard. And it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the 2. And for the Knicks, we've got Kevin Love. Robinson is out there with Paul. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Ingles in at the 3, the small forward.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Just 4 to shoot. High arcing shot, and there's the nice layup by Ingles.
Joe Ingles has a great feel for understanding when to shoot the jump shot or when to attack off the bounce. That is not bashful right there.
Leonard, the pass to Gasol. That's tipped. Back to Leonard. Howard trying to free himself up. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Gasol. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
And you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And any discussion about CP3 has to start with his hands. The dribble moves, all the steals he gets, he uses his hands better than just about anybody.
And so Paul nails both of them. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Here's Paul, following the basket by Marc Gasol. Paul passes to Robinson. 1:43 left in the first quarter. The tray. He can't get it to go. Cavaliers go the other way with it. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And they swept the season series against them last year. They really did have the upper hand.
Now here's Leonard. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against. Outside Gasol. Beverly for 3. The Knicks pull it in.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Now here's Ingles. Cans the shot from the wing. Ingles has got his second basket of the night. There's 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Leonard looking over the floor. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Paul against Leonard. Pass to Beverly. Clock at 6. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Paul dishes to Gallinari. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Now Beverly. Outside Gasol. And it's off from three-point range. It's a tie game in New York. And the second quarter will... There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and...
It's been a sort of long relationship.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
You know, I like the confidence that they've shown here early on.
They're working together so well, and there's a level of certainty that comes from trusting one another.
Joe Ingles is out there at Gallinari. Then it's Chris Paul. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Robinson in at the 2. They're the group. New York will start the second one.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now, here's Ingles. The dish to Love. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Ingles. Shoots over Capella. Love, no good.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Gasol kicks to Beverly. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Gasol, the bounce pass. Capella finds Beverly. From deep. Tipped away. Leonard with the ball. And the pass to Beverly. Over Robinson. And it's Beverly missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Offensive rebound.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Now here's Leonard. Following the shot by Chris Paul. Oh, Leonard in position. As you and I were just talking about this, as more and more players are going public with their trade requests, do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Paul passes to Robinson. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one. Over in the corner, Beverly. Back to Leonard. Howard trying to free himself up. Capella kicks to Beverly. To the inside. Tries again. And there's the nice layup by Leonard. Leonard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Cavs.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Robinson against Beverly. Outside Robinson. Good work defensively by Capella. And so it's the visiting team.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again for the Cavaliers. Kenny, what's your take?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far.
And now with the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Howard is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the point guard position. A putback. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. The Cavaliers leading by 6. And here's Leonard. He's got 8, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
Well, the Knicks knew that offense would be an area for improvement coming into the season.
Well, Greg, they were dead last in offense in several metrics last year, most notably field goal percentage. So some of it is personnel, some of it is shot selection.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Paul with the bucket.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Passes it to Howard. Leonard with the ball. Fades and shoots, and that one is good. Leonard's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Cavs.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Paul looking around. Paul missing again.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And they pick up 2. And now it's an 8-point Cavalier lead.
Well, guys, Kawhi may not have averaged 20 points per game until his 5th season, but now it happens with regularity.
Paul outside. He's looking for Ingles and finds him. Capella against Love. Out to the right wing. Here's Ingles. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And that one drops. Beverly's got his second basket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Shoots from 14. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
Outside for Gasol. Now the feed to Capella. Beverly for 3. Kept alive. Here's Howard, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Bounce pass from Paul. Robinson against Beverly. Robinson dishes to Ingles to stop the drought, and the layup is good. Ingles has got 6 points.
I'll tell you, you have to have some measure of composure close to the bucket. Mr. Ingles doing work.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Here's Leonard. 12 points for him. A fader. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Now here's Paul. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt doesn't fall.
One of the best defensive players in the entire.
And so it's the visiting team, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And New York, looking at who they've got. Robinson is out there with Chris Paul. Then there's Gallinari, and it's Joe Ingles, and it's Love in at center. Robinson passes to Paul, back to Robinson. New York moving it around. Leonard with the steal. Who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention two guys who I think could be considered combo guards, guards who can play one or two, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But two of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade, Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, two names to keep an eye on.
And that one, good. And that's now 6 points for Marc Gasol.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Down low, it's tipped. It's stolen by Capella. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Back to Leonard. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Leonard's got 10 points here in the second half.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
So here's Gallinari out to the wing. Paul left side. Back to Gallinari. Over Howard. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Paul.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Now Beverly. Outside Leonard. Bobbed up there for Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. 1:43 left to play in the final quarter. Leonard against Paul. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Cavaliers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kawhi Leonard.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Shot clock at 6. From deep, got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Terrence Jones comes in for Clint Capella, and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist subbed in for Leonard. Pass to Clarkson. Here's Niang. Clarkson looking for an opening. Now here's Napier. He's covered closely. And the basket by Jones. And the Cavaliers lead by 21.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Inside. It's blocked, but they recover it. And Kid Gilchrist gets it to go in. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alton.